Hello my friends, I am Enwar Lashir and this is my channel Become Engineer Academy. In the last video we talked about widgets. I will explain more widgets. In some cases we use widgets provided by the Flutter SDK as Material App and Scaffold as we have already seen. In other cases, we build our own widgets by extending stateless widgets or stateful widgets. In any case, we have always the build method. So in stateless or stateful widgets that are provided by the Flutter SDK, or we the ones we have written ourselves, we always have the build method where we declare how our widgets are composed together. So in Flutter, always UIs are defined declaratively. The place where this happens is in the build method of the widget that we defined. By composing widgets together, we define what we call widget 3. The widget 3 is the tree of our app. Here I have some error. I think I have click a button or something like that. I will just type control run. Always, if you have some problems that are not shown, you can type Ctrl Z long to come back to the initial value. I was saying that by composing widgets together, we define that we call widget 3. The widget 3 is that what we gave us the whole app. For example, here in the head we have this widget which have a color and a text. Here in the body we have the body which by default color which is blank white, sorry, and we have this first text. You have pushed the button this many times. Here we have this variable that changes anytime we click this button, and we have this button. That's all we call a tree. We can see it here. Here we have a return material app which is have a title, theme. We can see it as a tree. The tree here is the whole app and have some branches which are my app. Under my app we have the build method. The build method with returns a material app widget which have a title which is a text, a theme which is a theme data, and a primary swatch which is a color. Here we chose blue color, and we have home which returns on my home page which have a title which is a text, and so on. That's what we call a tree. As a resume, in Flutter we always declare our UI by composing widgets together into widget 3. So all the widgets that we have create or invoke we compose them into one big widget, that's we call the widget 3. As promised, I will explain a little the stateless and stateful widgets. I have already said that we can define our own widgets. In this app we have an example for stateful and stateless widgets. Here we have my app, which extends from a stateless widget, and in the other hand we have here the class my homepage, which extends a stateful widget. A stateless widget is a widget that can have some configuration properties passed in the build method. The same thing applies on the stateful widget. Both have some properties that are passed into the build method. Here for stateful widget, as we say, here is the build method, and also in the stateless widget also we have a build method. But the difference is, in the stateless method, in the stateless widget, these properties are all immutable, which means that they can't never change their state. For example, here for the primary swatch color, which is blue, we cannot change it here in the app. That's what we call immutable. But for example, here's the counter, which is declared in the stateful widget. If I click this button, I can't change it. So this is the big difference. As a result, the user interface described by the stateless widget will always have or show the same thing on the screen. In contrary, the stateful widget can also begin with some configuration when it's built, but in addition to that, it can define some mutable states. A state is a data able that might is a data that might vary during the life cycle of that widget. So the state defines the behavior of the widget. So a stateful widget can update its state, and as consequence the widget itself will be rebuilt. I wish that I have explained this I wish that you are very comfortable with these widgets, stateful and stateless. In the next video, if you have a problem, just put it in the comments. I know my English is not bad, but not very good. I am 50-50, but I try to make it and make you understand everything. In the next video, we will inshallah we will begin to write our app from the scratch, and we will delete all this code, and we will code from the scratch. See you in the next video, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.